Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Little chill out in the air. One of the things that we come across all the time is folks wanting to deduct their vehicles, whether it's a passenger vehicle, trucks for tradespeople, and the like. Did you know the number one item that you need, the gold standard, is a mileage log? So people get bogged down in, well, I'm using the actual cost, not the standard cost, and so on and so forth. Regardless of what method you're using, you need a mileage log. So we tell our small business owners, a vehicle expense is a great way to save dollars on your taxes, of course, especially in the trades, especially in landscaping businesses, for example. And even if you're a passenger, an outside salesperson, and so on and so forth, if you're out visiting your customers in your small business. So, how do you keep a mileage log? Well, you can use an automated system like Mile IQ, which is a cool app you have on your phone. Let you swipe back and forth. But the biggest problem for not having a mileage log is that in the event your records are looked at, one of the items that are looked at in an IRS audit, for example, is they have this flow chart in the audit manual, and they want to know if you have a mileage log. Most people don't have a mileage log, so it's a low-hanging fruit. But here's the bigger problem. All of a sudden, it opens you up to a bunch of other items that the IRS can go off and look at, like your meals. Speaking of meals right now, did you know we're working on 2026, not 2025, proactively? So yes, we can absolutely help you clean up last year. And there are still some strategies that you could take advantage of if done correctly last year, where we were able to retain your records. But the reality is that you want to be proactive for 2026 and beyond. With an upcoming midterm election, you may see some of the changes in the tax laws. Probably not, but you never know. So the point is that you want to pick up the tax law changes for 2026 and beyond. And the way to do that is to be proactive now. What's that going to do for you? It's going to improve your cash flow, right? We always talk about that. What's one of the other items we're looking at? We're talking to folks about how and when to hire their children. What are the right rules, how to do it, how to take advantage of it. You have a college student at home for the holiday coming up, spring break, et cetera. How do you do that? Well, we make sure that we set that up correctly for you. What else do we do? Well, cost segregation. Big item for saving taxes. A lot of folks also are selling properties and conveying them. Do you know about tax-free exchanges? All of these items can be sought and used to reduce your tax bill. But the number one thing you need to do is be proactive, right? That's how you save tax dollars. Now, a lot of folks we're in what I call form filling season, right? But the reality is for our clients, 80% of what the work is in order to get to the tax return, that work has been done and it was done last year. What we do throughout the year is spend our time on making sure we're meeting with you on a periodic basis and making sure we're putting into place strategies and then holding you accountable so that when it comes time to fill out the forms in form filing season and form filling season, as we are right now, we're not scrambling and looking for records, number one. Number two, we're not scrambling and saying, oh, shoulda, woulda, could've. We are right now working with folks on the first quarter of 2026 in helping them save on their tax bill. So even if you're getting a surprise 1099 right now for 2025, we could still help you with that. There's a lot of folks who may have received a 2025 1099 who are working in the so-called gig economy. Those are always great items for us. So here's the deal. A lot of folks will say, well, how could you meet with us? How could you do this at a spur of the moment? Well, again, we're proactive and we have a system in place where our team has been meeting with clients. So we're not just sitting here filling out forms. What we were doing is proactively analyzing their taxes. What's another common strategy besides hiring your children? Besides having your vehicle deduction? Home office. Did you know that potentially you can have an office outside of your home and at the same time have an administrative home office? We could talk about that when we get on a call. So what do? What I'd like you to do is like and subscribe. We can send you a free PDF ebook that you can go through and you'll see how all of these strategies come into play. And then what we'll do is we'll build out a plan for you, which is a roadmap for you to follow throughout the year and throughout the coming years. And what that'll allow you to do is build your system efficiently so that you can take advantage of the tax law changes. And then what we get to do is get together at least on a quarterly basis and we hold you accountable. What does that look like? What do we look at? We look at your real numbers, data that you have, cash coming in, cash going out, who do we owe, who owes us on a small business basis. And then we look at those financials and help you save capital. And then what we do is we deploy the strategies and make sure that you're using them correctly and documenting them so they'll hold up in case someone comes out to audit and examine the rest of your records. So I hope that makes sense. Great time right now. to do some planning, a great time right now to look forward. What are we doing? We're hand holding our clients through 2026. We have capacity, we have room for some more folks who want to be proactive tax planners and want to save tax dollars. I hope that makes sense. Let's set up a time. Like and subscribe. If you have a question, put your question in a comment. If you'd like a copy of our free PDF, send an email to me or just reach out in the comments here and we'll make sure you get on our email list. Provide your email address and we'll send that out to you. Tony Bruce, CPA, more than just an accountant. Have a great weekend.